Originally, it was the site of Chichester House, which was built in the early 17th century by Sir Arthur Chichester. This building was adapted for use by the Irish Parliamentary in the 1870s and was demolished to make way for a new parliamentary building. Chichester House was flanked by rows of narrow houses known as Dutch villas, which were demolished and replaced during this wide street commission. Construction started in 1729. The building was home to the two Houses of Parliament, serving as the seat of both chambers, the Lords and Commons of the Parliament of the UK of Ireland, for most of the 18th century until the Parliament was abolished by the Act of Union 18,000, when Ireland became the part of UK. Great Leinster House was originally the ducal palace of the Dukes of Leinster. Since 1922, it is a complex of buildings, of which the former ducal palace is the core, which house its member and staff. The most recognizable part of the complex and the public face of Leinster House continues to be the former ducal palace at the core of the complex. Leinster House was the former ducal residence in Dublin of the Duke of Leinster and since 1922 served as the Parliament building of the Irish Free State. The predecessors of the modern Irish state, before which it functioned as the headquarters of the Royal Dublin Society. The Society famous Dublin Spring Show and Dublin Horse Show were held on its Leinster lawn facing Merrion Square. The building is the meeting place of Dáil Éireann and Sinead Éireann, the two houses of the Orcatax, and as such the term Leinster House has become a metonym for Irish political activities. Irish Parliament over the centuries had met in a number of locations, most notably in the Irish House of Parliament at College Green, next to the Trinity College, Dublin. Its medieval parliament consists of two houses, a Houses of Commons and a Houses of Lords. Ireland's senior peer, the Earl of Kildare, has a seat in the Lords. Like all the aristocrats of the period, for the duration of the social season and parliamentary sessions, he and his family resided in state in a Dublin residence. For the rest of the years, they use a number of country residences, notably Fracasty House in Blackrock. From the late 18th century, Leinster House, then called Kildare House, was the Earl of his Dublin residence.
What is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things that he truly feels. I'm not the one.
In the Revolutionary period, the position was first established as the Ministry of Irish. This was expanded as the Secretary for Education in the government of the Second Dáil. It was provided a statutory basics by the Ministry and Secretaries Act 1924, passed soon after the establishment of the Irish Free State in 1922. This act provided it with the administration and business generally of public service in connection with education, including primary, secondary, and university education, vocational technical training,